They say the way you start your morning sets the tone for the rest of your day. Think about it. When was the last time you woke up feeling genuinely refreshed, energized, and ready to conquer the world? If you're like most people, mornings probably feel like a blur of alarms snoozing, rushing to get dressed, and guzzling coffee just to feel alive. But what if I told you there's a better way? A way to wake up feeling in control, focused, and physically prepared for anything. That's what my 6 a.m. morning stretching routine is all about. It's not just about flexibility or fitness, it's about transforming the way you approach your day from the very first moment you open your eyes. When I first started building this routine, I had no idea how much of an impact it would make. At the time, I was dealing with constant back pain and this nagging sense of fatigue, even after a full night's sleep. I'd roll out of bed feeling stiff and sluggish, as if my body just wasn't ready to start moving. The problem wasn't lack of sleep, it was the way I was waking up. What I didn't realize was that my body needed a transition, a way to go from rest to readiness without that groggy, dragging sensation. And the solution turned out to be simpler than I ever imagined. Let's talk about why this works. During sleep, your body enters a state of recovery. Your muscles relax, your heart rate slows, and your body temperature drops. While that's great for rest, it leaves your muscles and joints feeling tight and less mobile when you wake up. Stretching first thing in the morning acts like a gentle wake-up call for your body, increasing blood flow, warming up your muscles, and releasing any tension that's built up overnight. It's like rebooting a computer. It clears out the lag and gets everything running smoothly. I discovered that even just 5 to 10 minutes of intentional movement in the morning could change everything. It wasn't just about feeling more awake. It was about feeling stronger, more connected to my body, and mentally sharper. The key was finding stretches that were simple but effective, ones that didn't require special equipment or a ton of time. In fact, the beauty of this routine is how accessible it is. Anyone can do it, no matter their fitness level or schedule. It's about giving yourself those first few minutes of the day to focus on you, to set the tone before the chaos of life takes over. One of the first stretches I start with is a simple yet powerful move that targets the spine, the cat-cow stretch. If you've ever felt tightness in your back or stiffness in your shoulders first thing in the morning, this is the stretch you need. Starting on all fours, you alternate between arching your back upward, like a stretching cat, and dipping it downward, lifting your chest. It's gentle, but it wakes up your spine and gets blood flowing to your core muscles. The beauty of this stretch is in its rhythm, slow, controlled movements that feel like a massage for your back. Even after just a minute, you'll notice a difference in how your body feels. From there, I move into a forward fold. Now, I know what you're thinking. I can't even touch my toes. And that's fine. The point isn't to be perfect, it's to feel the stretch in your hamstrings, lower back, and calves. Standing tall, I take a deep breath, then slowly hinge forward, letting my arms hang toward the ground. The key here is to relax. Let gravity do the work. The stretch feels amazing, especially if you've been lying in one position all night. It's like shaking off the stiffness and letting your body breathe again. Another crucial part of my routine is opening up the hips. Most of us don't realize how tight our hips are until we start stretching them. Think about it. If you spend hours sitting during the day, your hip flexors are probably screaming for relief. I sit down on the floor and bring the soles of my feet together in a butterfly stretch. It's a simple move, but it's incredibly effective at releasing tension in the hips and groin. I hold the stretch for about 30 seconds, then gently press my knees toward the ground to deepen the stretch. What's fascinating is how quickly these movements start to wake up not just your body, but your mind. While stretching, I focus on my breathing, long, deep breaths that help me feel centered and calm. It's not just about the physical benefits, it's about creating a mental space where I can feel grounded. These few moments of quiet movement give me a chance to set an intention for the day ahead. As I work through these stretches, I can feel my body loosening up. The stiffness in my neck fades away. My lower back starts to feel more mobile, and my legs feel lighter. It's as if my entire system is slowly coming online, preparing me for whatever challenges lie ahead. And the best part? This routine takes less time than scrolling through your phone first thing in the morning. After loosening up with the initial stretches, I transition into movements that are a bit more dynamic. These aren't just about flexibility, they're about activating the muscles and getting the blood pumping. One of my favorites is a standing side stretch. Standing tall, I reach one arm overhead and gently lean to the opposite side. It's a simple motion, but it works wonders for your obliques and lower back. After holding for a few breaths, I switch sides. This stretch always makes me feel taller, like my spine is lengthening and releasing any tension from sleeping in one position for too long. From there, I move into a lunge with a twist. This one's a game changer because it combines multiple benefits. It stretches the hips, engages the core, and improves spinal mobility. Stepping one foot forward into a lunge, I place my opposite hand on the ground and twist my torso toward the front leg, reaching my other arm upward. The stretch feels deep and energizing, as if it's waking up every muscle from my legs to my shoulders. I hold it for a few breaths before switching sides, and by the time I'm done, my entire body feels open and alive. Another stretch I never skip is the seated spinal twist. Sitting on the floor with one leg bent and crossed over the other, I twist my torso toward the bent leg, placing my opposite elbow on the outside of the knee. This move targets the lower back and core while also improving posture. It's incredible how much lighter your back feels after just 30 seconds of this stretch. Plus, it's one of those moves that feels almost meditative, like you're releasing tension you didn't even know you were holding on to. By this point in the routine, I'm not just stretching, I'm setting the foundation for my day. These movements are like a conversation with my body, checking in and addressing any stiffness or tightness. But they also serve another purpose. They build momentum. It's hard to stay groggy or unmotivated when your body's fully awake and energized. That's the magic of stretching. It doesn't just prepare your body, it shifts your mindset. I finish this phase with a wide-legged forward fold. Standing with my legs spread apart, I slowly fold forward, letting my hands reach for the ground. This stretch hits the inner thighs, hamstrings, and lower back all at once. It's like a final sweep, releasing any lingering stiffness. As I hold the position, I take a few deep breaths, feeling my body settle into the stretch. By the time I stand back up, I'm not just awake, I'm ready. To wrap up my routine, I focus on stretches that bring everything together, movements that calm the mind while fully engaging the body. The first is the downward dog. It's a classic for a reason. Starting on all fours, I push my hips up and back, forming an inverted V shape with my body. This stretch is like a reset button. It elongates the spine, stretches the hamstrings, calves, and shoulders, and even strengthens the arms. I hold it for a few deep breaths, feeling the tension melt away as my body settles into the stretch. What I love most about this move is its versatility. It's simple yet effective, no matter how I'm feeling. Next, I transition into a cobra stretch. Lying face down, I press my palms into the ground and lift my chest, arching my back slightly. This stretch feels amazing for the lower back and opens up the chest and shoulders. It's a reminder to stand tall and breathe deeply, two things we often forget during the chaos of the day. As I hold this position, I take a moment to appreciate the energy flowing through my body. It's not just about the stretch, it's about connecting with myself, grounding my thoughts, and starting the day with intention. Finally, I end my routine with a seated forward fold. Sitting on the floor with my legs extended, I reach for my toes, or as close as I can get. This stretch provides a gentle release for the hamstrings and lower back, areas that tend to carry the most tension. I close my eyes, focus on my breathing, and allow myself to fully relax into the stretch. It's a quiet moment, a chance to pause and feel gratitude for my body and the day ahead. By the time I finish, I'm not just physically prepared. I'm mentally focused and emotionally balanced. What started as a series of simple movements has transformed into a ritual that sets the tone for my entire day. My body feels open, my mind is clear, and I'm ready to tackle whatever comes my way. The beauty of this routine isn't just its simplicity, it's the way it builds momentum. Stretching in the morning doesn't just prepare you for your workout or your commute, it prepares you for life. It's a reminder that taking a few minutes for yourself can make all the difference. If you've ever felt rushed, stiff, or unmotivated in the morning, I encourage you to try this. You don't need fancy equipment, perfect form, or even a ton of time. All you need is the commitment to show up for yourself, even for just a few moments. So, what are you waiting for? Your mornings and your body deserve better. Subscribe for more tips to energize your day and unlock your full potential.